the job that I have, while I enjoy it, like, hey, can I grab you for a couple minutes here for pregame? Yeah, give me like 30 minutes. Okay, but you're just sitting here doing a crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
It's a pride-swallowing siege. You got to manage it well. You got to handle it.
Crossword puzzles. They all did that, didn't they?
But to answer your question,
the best one ever is Colby Rasmus. Colby Rasmus. So, nice guy. I liked him. People used to make...
Yeah, he had a weird reputation. Yeah.
Well, because I think some of the veterans tried to take him under their wing, and it didn't work because he had his own way of doing things. So he kind of...
Did they, or did they also pick on him?
I think it was a little of each.
Yeah, well, why are they picking on him?
If you're younger, you're going to get picked on by the big boys.
Yeah, man.
But also, look, I like Colby, and I don't know what happened, but I think he was really a talent. But when Lance Berkman says, I tried, you got to believe that he did try.
Agreed.
But, and he was always nice and good guy. I always liked him. But one day we're on the road, and I said, he's at the table. He's at a table in the clubhouse, and he's writing. So I was like, all right, Colby, can we grab you for a couple minutes? He said, I'll be out in 10 minutes. He used to say Mr. Jim. Like, you call everyone Mr. and then their first name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 10, I'm outside in the dugout waiting, 10, 20, 25 minutes. I go back in. He's still at the table. All right, he's writing
a poem.
Another 10 minutes, I go back, he's writing. Got a bunch of papers, so it's some serious paperwork. Finally, after literally 45 minutes, and I'm going to run out of time, and he did say he'd do it, I went in, and I walked in, and I saw what he was writing, and he saw that I was over his shoulder, and he started to cover up the papers. He was drawing space aliens.
Well, he's busy, Jimmy.
Space. He had on these, there were like 20 pieces of paper, and he was doodling space aliens, and like 400 of them.
Okay, Jimmy, he's an idiot.
Pride swallowing.
Hold on.
That's why the guys didn't like him.
This is his pregame routine that you're messing with.
Oh, no, Jimmy.
And you know what?
Jimmy, come on.
I was a big fan of Colby Rasmus. However, I know when you come in, you're a big-time pick. I think it didn't help. Didn't he have that tattoo of the Major League Baseball logo, which they always chirped him for that? And I get that. If you come in...
He also, on his license plate, had MLB Raz.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that before you actually are an established
He had what?
player. He had a tattoo...
Of the Major League Baseball logo on his shoulder. And on his car, the license plate was personalized, said MLB Raz.
Okay, that's why he's getting chirped. No, listen. Those guys chirped him because he's asking for it. It wasn't like a cute, funny, I'm a rookie kid. No, he's like ignoring you, and now it's all adding up to me. You have a tattoo. You're about you. You're not listening to the older guys. Yeah, I don't know if I like him as a teammate, right? Like, it's not like he's just goofy and funny, and the guy's got to put him in his place. No, he's kind of being a dick to people.
I think he just lost track of time. Like, he really wasn't trying to blow me off. He was just engrossed in his doodling. That's why I liked him.
He blew you off.
No, he didn't, because he came out and did it.
45 minutes later, when you had to tie it all together.
He lost. Once he realized, and I saw the doodles, he came right out and did it.
Yeah, but
he was also
come on,
he's a really nice dude, and I think so. In getting the tattoo and the license plate, okay, you can look at that. That's cocky. I never found him cocky whatsoever. And I know that the first year I got here was the year where he was very disappointed he didn't make the club out of spring training. And, he was kind of Luno's boy. And, look, there was everything going on also with his dad. His dad was his high school coach. And apparently sometimes his
big
dad,
of a presence,
would potentially give him hitting advice if things weren't going well, that were going against some of the things taught allegedly by the organization. Yep. But here's the thing. After all that, by the way, he went to bat. I was at this game. He went to bat with the Joshua song. I believe he struck out both times and then called the PA announcer and said, stop playing the Joshua song. And the other part is...
Hold on.
That's what I mean, dude.
Hold on. I did that.
I know.
And
I know.
Here he called. So we on the other show there was this guy Joshua who was sort of like a fake local music guy, and he was trying to use us to get his music out, which is great. So I got Colby to use this guy's song as his walk-up song. Now going into it, Colby had been like 12 for 17 or something with 2 homers on a hot streak. First at bat and it was We requested one time, just one, give him one shot. Colby said, I'll do it one time. Goes up there and strikes out. Comes up again. They accidentally played it again. Strikes out again.
Can we find that song, by the way? I think I know what it is.
I
The
don't even know.
techno, is it the techno one, Jimmy?
I can't remember which song it was.
So I call the scoreboard because this is like my thing. Like a major leaguer, a major leaguer, like did this for me, and now he struck out twice. So I call the scoreboard and I go, hey, you're only supposed to play that once. They go, we know he called up here.
Oh, Jesus. You're like right in the middle of that.
But he wasn't even that mad.
Here's the deal, though. Without Colby Rasmus, and I believe this in my heart, if everything that goes on, whether it's how he feels in the organization, how they feel about him, his dad potentially giving him advice, all of those things, potentially the Joshua song, it all led to Colby Rasmus being traded midway through the 2011 season. And without that trade, the St. Louis Cardinals, do you agree? The St. Louis Cardinals do not win the World Series in 2011 if they do not trade Colby Rasmus because of the cachet of arms they got in return for a couple of those deals and all those things they did at the deadline.
Is that a hot take, or is that legit?
But I think sometimes we forget that Colby Rasmus was the next big thing. I remember hearing about Colby Rasmus before I even moved here.
I don't forget that.
He was a 5-tool, in theory, you thought.
He was
center
a
fielder.
5-tool guy.
You know what I always thought was interesting about him,
He
though?
had power, could run.
He had an amazing arm, and apparently in high school could throw 94 miles an hour off the mound. Yet from the outfield, I feel like he kind of always spiked the ball.
Yeah, he hadn't harnessed it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember.
But no, 5-tool center fielder. Those guys don't fall off trees. And to trade that guy pretty early in his career for some bullpen pieces.
Well, it just shows you that
it
he
worked.
was. Well, yeah, but it shows you also they wanted to get rid of him.
Well, he had a nice career, though. He had a nice career, Blue Jays, Astros. I said nice.
Astros.
Yeah,
He wasn't a star, but he had some productive years. And then he just walked away from the game, right?
Wasn't he the first guy to ever accept a qualifying offer? I believe that's
I don't know. I just
true.
know. I remember him just walking away from the game. He had some personal issues.
Let's look up his stats real quick.
Did he get rid of that tattoo when he walked away from the game?
Colby Rasmus played 10 years, Cam. Played 10 years. 166 homers, 241 lifetime average, not great. 310 OBP, not great. 436 slug, pretty good. Had a season in Toronto where he hit 23 homers with 75 RBI.
How many stolen bases? Because he could run a little, too.
Stolen bases, 35 total. But for his career, OPS plus 102. So basically right at an average offensive player.
Rasmus had a neck beard. You guys sound great from Santa Steve.
He did have a neck beard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neck beards are bad, dude. Don't have a neck beard. I mean,
Here's a little
sloppy.
I'm going to share this with you,
Seth.
Cam, because we're growing. I want to build that trust with you. I have a tattoo.
Uh-oh.
Let me
on my
see
shoulder
it right now.
I got 590 the fan right here on my shoulder. And I had to take it off a couple times. You know, I had to burn that thing off.
burn that mug and you
I
can
had to burn
rebrand
that thing
yourself.
off, and now it's back on.
How about this? Colby Rasmus
Colby Rasmus. Good God,
in the
Charlie.
postseason. Not that many games. 9 games. 35 plate appearances. Career .423 average, .571 OBP, a slugging percentage over 1,000 in the playoffs for St. Louis in 2009 was good, and Houston in 2015. Very small sample size, but fantastic in the postseason.
But he's got a neck beard.
How much
all that
money?
matters.
He
How
also
much
had
money
that
did he make?
Amish look at the end of his career.
That's yeah.
Look at this.
A Mennonite.
Mennonite.
I believe this was the qualifying offer year. In 2016, he made $15,800. Please vet this, but I believe he was the first player to accept the qualifying offer. And for all that, all those numbers, the man made $47.4 million
Yeah, he made some money.
in his career.
So
Made some money.
I know Nate wanted us to get to Colby Rasmus.
Yeah.
Talk about
And
that.
keep talking about it.
Well, actually,
minutes.
I was going to say, Seth, you should be writing these numbers down for next Tuesday trivia.
Yeah.
See if they can recite Colby Rasmus's career.
First of all, yesterday we talked about sleeping naked for 35 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear anybody
I didn't start that.
chirp
He
content
asked
on
me.
this show
Oh, I'll give you content
in the
right
middle
now.
of January
disgusting.
when nothing is happening.
It's not cute, but I can't not do it now. I can't even sleep with boxers on. All right, we're done talking about that. I'll tell you, that Kodiak Black really helped the NHL out.
I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about Kodiak Black?
I was kind of segueing into a hot take.
Oh.
So you can kill this or not, but
No, go.
I wanted you guys, because I'm going to say something that you guys will probably mock and try to crush me, but I believe it, so I'm going to say
What you got?
And if it's awful, because I like to get my hot take out there and say, all right, I'm here. If you want to spar, let's spar. There's certain restaurants that people pretend they hate because I like elite level, dining. I don't like that place. Isn't for me because that's where the olds go or the poors go, right?
Yeah.
Or
even
I'm
the
better.
middle. I don't want to be around the middle class.
I don't. I'm better than the poors and the olds.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm telling you, you give me a shot of going to the Olive Garden, I'm taking it. I love the Olive Garden. And you know what?
Because of Joe. Joe's in here all the time with Frankie. Joe Fresta.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
Does he own an Olive Garden?
I believe they did. I believe they owned all of them.
That's not
In
why.
St. Louis?
No, never mind. That's Pasta House. Sorry, I ruined your.
Oh man,
flow.
he is
My bad.
not. He's not going to be happy about that.
Nate, Nate,
Turn me down.
Nate, before
Turn me down.
What do we know? Before you jump in like that, don't you have to vet and verify?
All right, play the hit. Play the drop.
He did not vet and
I
verify.
didn't. I might be.
This is one of the worst takes you've probably ever had.
Okay, why?
Okay, no offense, but there are 2 Italian restaurants that I can think of if you go east on Manchester, a mile and a half, that would rock the chain.
Look, I have other
and I
Italian
don't wanna-
places that I like. All I'm saying is when my wife says, "Hey, there's an Olive Garden. We're going to be over there. We're going to go to. You want to go to Olive Garden?" I'm like, "Count me in." You know why? I love the breadsticks. I love the
salad.
The salad is awesome,
Never ending.
and they got a nice chicken parm. And you know what? I'm not saying
You screwed up.
and I'm not saying that I don't have other Italian places that I might even go to first. I'm saying people always, certain restaurants, they will mock and they're like, oh, you're low class. You're a poor. I love the Olive Garden. Go ahead.
I'm with you here. I know for radio we should
Double
have a
point.
debate here, but I'm with you. This literally happened this week. I was going through my console in my truck, just cleaning out. You get papers and receipts. I was trying to clean them out. Syringes. I found a gift card to Olive Garden. I have no idea what's on it. Maybe 25. I don't know.
Good thing Hadley
Maybe I
didn't get
went
his hands
once.
on that because he would
Well,
Here's
have.
the
$5
deal.
goes a long way.
Here's the deal.
Yeah, I said it.
I'm actually looking forward to one of these days after the show. I will go to Olive Garden by myself. I will sit there in a booth.
That's odd.
No, I will go by myself. I will order all you can
10:30
eat
in the morning.
soup,
That's odd.
salad, and breadsticks. Zuppa Toscana soup
Oh, Zupa de Pesh.
is fantastic. That is not a bad take whatsoever.
Nate just
Olive
said it was
Garden.
my worst take
But
ever.
here's the deal.
And we've been working
No,
if you want to
together
save money,
for
you go there.
hours.
Here's the deal. Because people go, oh, no, you got to go local for everything. Oh,
Right.
chain restaurants. Ah. Like, we all get it. We all love local restaurants. Every once in a while, you're in the car with your family, and you get off at the exit, and guess what's there? Chain restaurants, and you have to go to them.
I'm going to give a hot take, and I don't give a damn. Emo sucks.
Wow.
I think it's
Jeff Witt was literally just trying to sign them.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I said
Not
Gmos. Gmos sucks. It's this Italian place down in Herculaneum. No, Emos. I'm going to tell you that right now. You go to all these Ferracci's, you go to Joe Bacardi's, look at the meat. Analyze the meat. It's such a difference.
I'll let you analyze the meat.
I'll analyze the meat.
You're a meat
for everybody.
analyzer.
That's what I do. And I'll tell you this, it is such a difference. You get Emo's pizza, the bacon's like fake bacon, the cheese isn't even they're cheap, it's expensive. You go to Joe's, you go to any of these other places, man, it is 10 times better. Stop talking about Emo's. They suck. Hot take of the day. Go ahead.
Wow.
Cat is on fire this morning. Scooter and you said he is.
So what do you say, Seth? You like Olive Garden?
I do like Olive Garden. I,
when
don't
you're
go there often.
when you're not,
But I used
when
to
you're not
work.
tripping.
Well, you're not hungry when you're on shrooms. Go ahead, dude.
By the way, I get a text every day of audio message in my friends group me of something about you saying about something to me about shrooms every single day.
He also said I had syringes in my console. So this is his thing then.
Well, it could be for many reasons.
Let's be honest, I have a lot of things.
Is that for steroids or is it for something
Well, you look buff.
like hair?
Yeah, let's go with steroids.
All right, steroids.
But I do actually like Cecil Whitaker's a lot. It's
pretty good, man.
And I think
Pretty
the
good.
price to value or the price to quality is higher than Emo's just because it's so damn expensive. I don't get how they've never like dropped the price down. I feel like they would get more business actually if they brought the price down because more people would want to go.
Emo's has a good
how many,
salad.
How many people want to pay $20 for a
It does.
pizza though? You know what I'm saying? When
$20 is
But not
cheap. There's some places that are. You get a
For a
large
chain
pizza
restaurant?
like with pepperoni, 27, 28 for
Yeah,
certain places.
no doubt.
that's if you go
Emo's
like
expensive,
to a
though.
bit like a nice restaurant though, right? Like on the hill or
I mean,
something.
It's a pizza place. If they got pizza, it's not like the nicest restaurant. I could be
fair.
wrong.
Say I disagree with that. You don't think they're going to be a nice pizza place?
Yeah, but it's not like you need a sport coat to go in there.
That's true.
What
the
is that
steak,
pizza
though.
place that's on Manchester?
You talk about Katie's.
Katie's. Really
That place
good.
is unbelievable.
Really
Katie's?
good.
Maybe
Yeah,
a top
we were
5
just there
restaurant in
a few
town.
weeks back. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have an atmosphere, though.
Thank
And
you, Nate.
they have great frozen pizzas. But you go in there, it's a fun place to go
It's fun.
to. They have good drinks. They have good salads. They have good pizza. We go and sit in there, or during the nice weather months, sit outside. It's a nice little setup.
You know
What is your wife's name?
Oh God.
That's not good.
Genevieve.
Can you
It's
clip that
Kate.
off?
Her
Can you
birthday's coming
please
up.
Clip that off.
Dad, I gotta say, sorry, I forgot your
Please
birthday
clip that.
yesterday. We're gonna go to Corner Butcher. I'm gonna hook you up. Might be on that. I had a lot on my mind. It is what it is.
Hey,
least
real
you
quick,
know his
sorry to
name.
interrupt. You
Denny.
brought it up.
What?
Corner Butcher.
Yeah.
I went there over the weekend. I forgot to mention this. Best potato salad you've ever had. We know about the pepper-encrusted summer sausage. Got the stew meat. It's stew season. So if you want to get the stew meat to create a nice stew with some potato, potentially, and some carrots, or you get your ground beef, whatever it is, to make a chili this time of year. But Corner
baby.
Butcher, $20.99, Bentley Plaza Drive, and then right across the street, Chop House, where we're setting up right now.
God.
We're setting up to do a remote at Chop House here soon because they're having their grand opening of the restaurant. I've been there for lunch. It's fantastic. Lunch and dinner, Chop House, Fenton, same ownership, Mike Diffley and family, great people.
Great people.
As Corner Butcher, check them both out. Cat, yes.
Cat, you're
Are you
going.
Are you taking questions on the potato salad?
Yes.
I like potato salad.
I love it.
But I like to know what type of potato salad because there's different styles.
Very
you
true.
got the yellow, you got the white, the tangy. You
Red.
got like the little disc-shaped pieces of
Sure.
potato or the little cubes. How are they doing it? How are they preparing
Here's
it?
the deal. They have both. They have both there, and they scoop it up. They have their little case, and you say, I would like that potato salad. I go for the white, which I believe is it red skin potato versus the mustard yellow. I like them both, but I prefer the white. What do you have in there? Is there a little dill potentially?
Could be dill. Could be dill.
But it's really good.
Is that the red or the white?
I'm
That
telling
was
you, though.
Ace Ventura back in the day.
Look, man, Corner Butcher, I love going in there. It's fun.
It smells
It's
good.
fun to
Everybody's
just kind of
happy.
pick stuff out.
Oh man, I like going on a Saturday, getting my groove on all day. Kate gets home, she's got just a barbecue melee for her. Then I don't eat it and give it to my neighbors. Go ahead.
And I'm not just saying this. People don't believe me. The best hot dogs you've ever had in your life.
Monster dogs.
You go, oh, what's a hot dog? They're all the same.
No, they're not.
No,
No, they're not.
We're talking big, all beef Franks that are the tastiest hot dogs you've ever had in your life.
Yep.
I
You
go
know,
every
a
single time.
lot of times you get a hot dog, and to be honest with you, it doesn't even have any flavor.
You're right.
You know, all you taste is like the bun or the condiments. And just so you know, Charlie and Nate and Seth, one of my things that I stand for, people stand for certain things, right?
Yeah.
That I believe in. And I'm raising my kid this way, and I believe society will be better. But if you're going to have a hot dog and you're an adult, you put mustard on that hot dog. You put just ketchup. Move to another country.
Well, they don't let you do it in Chicago.
You're right. And if you want to put like ketchup and mustard, that's fine. Ketchup on hot dogs is for kids 12 and under. Once you're past 12, you put mustard on that hot dog, or you pack up your stuff and you take a plane to China.
Get out of my face.
Right?
Yep.
Are we
Go to Wuhan, China.
We're okay with that?
Yeah, this is a bad trend because we should argue with each other for the show, but I'm agreeing with everything you're saying this morning. I think kids like the ketchup. They like to kind of, dip it in there and spread it around, but then you hit a certain age and it's all mustard.
Right. And
you're 100% right.
It makes you a better person. It's better for the country. It's better for the community. But if you keep throwing the ketchup and you're like an adult,
you're a
loser. Go. Not up in here, you don't.
There's a dog place in Chicago, and the only one that had ketchup on it was called the Blagojevich dog.
No, they'll get mad. Oh, yeah. Doug, is it Doug?
Rob
Blagojevich. Yeah, he had great hair.
I think it was Rod.
Great hair.
Maybe
it is Rod. Rod Blagojevich.
He
met him once.
He's in jail. Is he still in jail?
No, he got out.
He got out a couple years out.
Trump maybe pardoned him or ceased his sentence. But he came up to the Cardinals radio booth one time and had a box and signed a whole bunch of baseballs. It was pretty bizarre.
He had a really good interview before he went to jail on Howard Stern. Really good.
He's a crazy, unself-aware criminal.
Beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair. Fake looking. How good it looks.
You know what's crazy about Blago is here we are about 5 hours from his house where he lives or lived in Chicago. And I swear to you, I knew exactly what his house looked like because for about 5 years.
They catch him when he go to jog.
He was either jogging. Is it called yogging or jogging?
I think it's jogging.
He was either filmed jogging or doing press conferences in front of his house for about 5 years.
In a jogging suit.
To the point where you knew exactly what his grass looked like, his bushes. And if you're his neighbor, they had to be so pissed because I bet you every single Chicago TV station was basically setting up shop all day long at Blago's house just waiting to talk to him.
Selling them
for years. For years. That was going on.
I like politicians, if there's a little corruption, as long as they're entertaining. And he was very entertaining.
Yeah. I love politicians.
He's like, we got this opening. We got to sell this, right? We got to monetize this. I mean, pure criminal.
The Molino texts and he goes, my father is a managing agent partner of a small chain of businesses. He gets Blues tickets. I no longer go because they went from 18-ounce cups to just 12-ounce cups. No longer worth my time. Let's do puck talk, the millennial. They went from 18-ounce to 12-ounce beer at the games?
Can't you just get more cups?
I just get 2 beer. Or what I do is I just take my head and go under the tap and go...
Shrinkflation.
Yeah, they don't care.
That's a strong take, though, to actually stop going to the games based on 6 ounces of beer.
Yeah, it might not have been a real take.
I agree.
I don't know what he's talking about on that one. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah, well, the weird news, and we're going to go to break here because we got hot takes coming. I got another hot take.
Yeah, I kind of hijacked it for my hot Olive Garden take. Sorry.
That was sizzling hot.
Yeah. One member of the team killed it, and others backed it up.
Can I tell you a quick Olive Garden story?
Of course.
God.
Of course.
Might not be that good. Who cares? Probably 25 years ago. Maybe 23. So I was about 16. So I can start driving. My aunt and uncle, just randomly in passing. One of those aunts and uncles you don't see but once a year. So when you see them...
Gertie and Nick.
Kathleen and Mike, Traverse City, Michigan. Beautiful people. Great place to go visit, by the way, Traverse City, Michigan. Prospects Camp.
Yeah, dude. Real nice.
Up there. No, it's nice. It is. Skiing, the dunes, it's legit.
Right.
I'm telling you, in the summer, it's freaking awesome. Yeah. It really is. Anyway, you're getting me off track. Yeah. They asked me in passing. This is one of those aunts and uncles where if you don't see them for 2 years, they give you 4 presents. Here's 2 birthdays we missed. Here's 2 Christmases, right? Because you don't see each other forever. And one time they just asked me in passing when I'm about 16, like, where do you like to go out to eat? I'm in Toledo, Ohio. I don't know anything. No. I just got my license, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, just give me like Red Lobster or something. Or I knew back then that the Darden restaurants that were, I don't know if it's still the case, but if you got a Darden gift card, that was Red Lobster, Olive Garden, and Macaroni Grill. They all were owned by the same company. So I threw this out there. I don't know, just give me like Red Lobster. 25 years later, and I don't even know why they're giving me gifts because I'm almost 40. For the next 20-plus years,
useful,
they give me an Olive Garden gift card or a Red Lobster gift card because when I was 16, in passing, I just go, just give me like Red Lobster.
The guaranteed stomachache at Red
Still
Lobster.
to this day, I get Olive Garden gift cards for that reason, and that's probably why I have one in my truck constantly.
What are their names?
Kathleen
Gertrude.
and Mike.
Good for them. They're nice people.
They're great people.
I would go to Red Lobster, and if you go to Red Lobster now, though, you got to, like, write off the rest of the day. Like, I'm done, because you just don't know where your stomach's going to be, you know? All that butter. You're basically going in there and eating butter. Yeah, I like lobster. No, but you like butter is what you're doing.
Scampy.
You're just eating butter. So your stomach's going to be beat up like no other. Now, Macaroni Grill is in a different level than Lobster and Olive Garden, in my opinion. It's like another tier up. Those are the tiers I go to, Jimmy. I don't go to the bottom tier. I don't hang out with the poor folk or the middle class
I think they're
anymore.
called the poors.
The poors. Doesn't matter. I'm done with them.
Do you ever have a meal that you thought about in retrospect that you didn't get, that you should have, that stayed with you? And you might have been around for this. I was a guest on Shannon's, right? And I can't remember.
You're a big deal.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the other guest might have been. Claves or anyway. So they always say, you know, order something. So it's after the game. I don't want to be that guy, so I just get a cheeseburger.
Ooh.
The other guy gets a lobster.
Yeah.
A lobster. Like, who would order
Beat that pot up.
Everybody. You get a steak and you get a lobster tail.
Beat that
with
pot
the
up.
cream spinach.
But I
and
didn't want to be.
salad.
I didn't want to be the gouging guy. But so the other guy, whoever it was, I can't remember, gets the lobster, and this thing is like 4 pounds. Like the lobster tail could have fed you for a week. And I was like, I got a cheeseburger. So always, it's a word of advice to the kids.
Good
if you're
cheeseburger.
What's that?
Good cheeseburger.
Good. But
Yeah.
it looks nothing compared to the lobster. So if you're ever in a position to get a free lobster, do it, or you could live in regret for the next 20 years.
100%. Final take on this. The whole idea of folks, and I do think this is a St. Louis thing, which I get because St. Louis has great restaurants. But I believe there's an elitist take towards chain restaurants because Toledo is a chain restaurant town. I'm not even apologizing for that. I'm okay with it. However, this is an elitist.
It's a crummy town.
That's what that
It's not
means.
that crummy. No, but this is an elitist take. If folks rip on an Olive Garden or a chain restaurant, they would not rip on Ruth's Chris. They would, because Ruth's Chris is awesome. Even though we all love local steakhouses, but come on now, you go to Ruth's Chris,
Morton's, any of that.
Morton's.
Yep.
That's my point.
Yep.
If you said I went to Ruth's Chris, if you said I went to Martin's, anywhere in the country, nobody would chirp you, to use a cam term.
It's good.
But if you said Olive Garden, here comes
there's
all the
different
chain
levels.
restaurants.
There's different tiers.
They're all chains. That's an elitist take.
Yeah.
Nobody goes, oh, why don't you eat local?
We're elitist.
If you say Ruth's Chris, nobody goes, oh, why don't you go to Annie Gunn's? They're all great, by the way, but Ruth's Chris is really
What's
good.
the one in Kirkwood, that little house there?
Love that place, and I can't think of it right now.
That's one of the best steakhouses I've ever been at. But
Where'd you
you're
say?
right,
Where'd you say?
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood.
Chris's Steakhouse, is that it?
No.
No, that's the
Citizen
one on
Kane's?
Citizen Kane's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
That's really.
There it is.
I haven't been there. Really.
You guys are so out of touch. Olive Garden is trash. Emo's is fantastic. And none of us out here can afford to go to restaurants anyway. Unrelatable.
Hashtag
I don't go
unrelatable.
anywhere. Just Jimmy. Jimmy goes to all the restaurants.
Yeah, but I'm going to Olive Garden.
I
I
read-
don't apologize.
I read that everything besides fish and biscuits are microwaved at Red Lobster.
It's still good, dude. Cheddar Bay biscuits.
When was the last time you've been there? Exactly. No, exactly right. If you went there now, your stomach would be so beat up that you wouldn't go again.
Dude, I used to live over in Brentwood where there used to be the Olive Garden and Red Lobster by each other. I think one's at Twin Peaks now.
Yeah, and
And
there's
then
no
Hanley-
Olive Garden. We got to when we go to Olive
Never been
Garden,
to
we
Twin
got to
Peaks.
travel. Like we got to all right, put the sleeping bags in the back. We're going to Olive Garden. Like it used to be right there in Brentwood.
I think there's one in South County, and now that we're talking about this, in the next couple weeks, I will go have a lunch at Olive Garden by myself. I'm going to have the nice bartender or waiter or waitress take a picture of me.
Yes.
I'm going to get the spread of a big bowl of salad, of a big bucket of zuppa Toscana soup, and a nice bountiful spread of breadsticks.
It's good.
And I'm gonna have
It
two
is good,
thumbs
though,
up,
Jimmy. It
like
is.
like Trump over the the Mexican dish back in the day. I'm gonna have two thumbs up, and I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna tweet it out, and I'm gonna have a great time at Olive Garden. I'm gonna enjoy it by myself there in the booth, and everybody's gonna rip on me, but it's gonna be a good time.
Where all the NHL's like tweeting about, oh, look, Kodiak Black is here. Yay, cool. Look, we're cool. Look, we're the NHL. We have people coming that, no. And meanwhile, he's up in the box by himself with some ripper getting down with it. And the camera's on him the whole time. Meanwhile, their box is right next to, like, the execs, So you could see all the hierarchy from the Panthers just, like, kind of looking over there laughing. And Kodiak?
Kodak.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. Kodak's out of touch anyway. Kodiak sounds better. But he's up there in the box. He's doing his thing. Look, it's probably in a way it's probably great for the NHL because they got a lot of attention last night. But yeah, very bizarre. Got a new hockey fan. His name's Kodiak Black. He looks like
Kodak.
Whatever. He's got the Island Boy haircut, and he made love in a suite next to the execs.
Oh, so he was having a interlude?
He's got a hearing with the NHL
hold
for
on.
checking from behind.
I like that. Was it
Copied that from
was
somebody.
it sex or was it like a lap dance situation where a woman was twerking?
No, she was twerking.
Okay.
She had fingernails like 8 inches long. I don't know. It's like they're just in there by themselves, like grinding each other. So dumb.
The box next to him looks so uncomfortable.
Those the execs from the Florida Panthers.
Oh,
You see, they're all in
man.
suits and stuff.
Oh, my God.
Or it could have been all the guys sitting out and the aces and stuff. I would have went over there. If I was a player, I'd have been like, you know what? You guys are boring. I'm going to go over to Kodiak's place. Let's see what's going down.
So I don't know where you wanted to go with this segment. It's a short one.
I don't know.
But I did now vet and verify this story that my buddy sent me yesterday. So this was kind of a yesterday story. But did you guys hear this Drake story? So another rapper. I'll just break it down for you. So, and this is out there. You can Google it. So Drake has a sexual encounter with an Instagram model. They have consensual sex. It's all very much in detail here. And then, so this Instagram model is now suing Drake because they have consensual sex. And I'll try to say it nicely for you.
Yeah, be careful.
We don't want it.
I
nice.
know. So he basically, there's a condom involved.
Wait,
And
what is that called again?
A condom. They're for sailors.
Okay.
Just
And
call it a
so,
prophylactic.
A prophylactic. So he takes the prophylactic to the bathroom to dispense of it. The Instagram model, this is all in the reports here and the different articles. She then wants to get pregnant via Drake. She goes into the bathroom afterwards, takes the prophylactic, and I think you know what happens. She basically tries to get pregnant via the prophylactic in the trash can. Guess what, though? Because Drake has had this happen to him before, what he does is he actually puts hot sauce in the prophylactic to kill
The business.
sperm.
the
business.
business so that a woman can't do this to him. And now this woman is suing him because what she did with the prophylactic didn't go well down there. This is a true story. My buddy sent me this on the radio yesterday, and I
Dude.
said, I can't talk about this until I make sure it's
You
true.
got to vet and verify.
Well, didn't this? What show was that? Was it Entourage where the football or the basketball player, the girl's doing something to him, and then she puts it in something to keep it, and then the agent calls and like that. I guess that is kind of going down. But she had like a nasty surprise there. Does that? Because I am a doctor, but I'm not one of those. I'm not a gynecologist. Does can you do that? Can you take that and inject it in yourself to get pregnant? Or
I
is
don't
she
know.
the biggest idiot in the world? Or can it be both?
Potentially
My
both.
guess is that it's probably not the most dependable way to go about something like that,
Yeah.
but it might work in some cases.
It's not
To
in
have
the
a
Bible. It's not in the Bible the way you're supposed to.
But I
Have
my
it in your
guess
book.
is
That's the book,
you,
right?
You
Right.
might have a shot if that's the end goal, doing it that way. You might have a shot. But if you're a celebrity, you have to be careful with these things.
Do you think this woman should be able to sue Drake?
No, I can't imagine.
Not at all.
Wonder
I
what that
can't-
did to her,
I
though.
can't imagine that it
It's
was
her fault.
I
I
can't
know.
imagine that a judge hasn't thrown it out. You can sue, but that doesn't mean once it gets before the judge that he's going to hear the case.
Wonder if that really messed her up. Hot sauce?
I don't know.
Got to.
It can't be good.
But if you're him also, you have to protect yourself against this. And I'm not Mr. Drake fan, but I'm saying if this is happening to him,
I agree.
you also have to protect yourself against women trying to do this.
As you know, I went to Geneseo State.
Sure. Lunch
Right.
meats.
I didn't minor in law,
Yeah.
but I watched a lot of television, Law and Order and such. I would say that you have no reasonable expectation that something you fish out of the toilet or the garbage, right, is going to be safe and guaranteed to have ease of use for doing something like that when you're trying to make yourself pregnant. You have no reasonable expectation that you should have safe harbor to do that. So my guess is something like that would be thrown right out.
I'm sure it will be. But that's just a crazy story.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, like, if you're hanging out with Insta models that they get a hold of you via, DMs on Twitter or Insta or whatever, and like you're going through them, like, why don't you pick out 5 or 6 and have them on the, I just would be so worried. How can you even enjoy yourself when you think that this is going on all the damn time? Like, is she taking my wallet? Is she doing this? Is she filming me? I don't know. I'd be freaked out.
My guess is if you're a superstar, like a huge celebrity, you have to live life according to that. Like, if you're going to go out and pick some random person up, you got to be careful. You got to protect yourself.
I know. Like, if you keep going through them like that, one of them's going to get pissed. You're going to mess up somehow, or somehow, even if you don't mess up, she's going to put you in such a jam to where years and years of trial, even if they're going to find something.
Even if you did nothing wrong.
Exactly.
But by the same token, absolute power corrupts absolutely. If you're that kind of celebrity, in some cases, folks feel like they're entitled to do whatever they want. So it's hard to know what the exact truth is.
You hear these different stories about whether they're musicians or actors, where if you meet a young woman, that you will basically get them on your iPhone and videotape them, saying, look, we met. Is this consensual, what we're about to do? And they do that to protect themselves.
Yeah. I don't blame them.
You just never know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, hey, look, sometimes, are they not acting appropriately? Absolutely. But there is another side of it.
Why didn't he flush it down the toilet? That's a good question.
That's a good point.
That's a condom, right?
The prophylactic.
Yeah.
Prophylactic.
Yeah.
We have,
I keep seeing these articles. It just doesn't seem like a believable story to me.
Yeah, I know. It's just like...
But you know what? Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't... that was very, very bizarre. That would suck, man. And again, I think that was Entourage where that happened too, where she did the same kind of thing. But that's...
How long was Entourage on? How long ago was that?
How long ago?
Yeah, was that...
Oh, that was... that was 10 years ago.
10 years?
Yeah, that was a really good show.
That it stopped?
The cameos were great and stuff like that. Adrian Grenier and... I don't know who. Turtle.
Other people.
One of the best guy is Dylan.
Kevin
Dillon's hilarious. He was
Jerry
in Platoon.
Ferrara.
Remember Kevin Dillon in Platoon?
Kevin Dillon? Is that right?
Matt Dillon's younger brother was in Platoon back in 86. Yeah, he
Jimmy
was
Evans made a cameo in that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys did. TV show that Cam is trying to name where the athlete is black man by a woman is HBO's Ballers. I think that's with The Rock, right?
By the way, speaking of HBO, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Did we miss this? That it was I believe the 23rd anniversary of The Sopranos starting.
23rd.
Yeah, 99,
I'm
baby.
surprised we didn't get that. 23rd.
I know.
That's an important one.
It is. It's 23rd.
One of my favorite shows of all time.
Me too.
I go on YouTube and just watch 3-minute clips. Just 3-minute clips. And I feel like I watched it like 4 times over again. But you just go on YouTube and there'll be a clip of Tony and Paulie talking, and they'll go on. And it's like you're watching the show, but it just gets the best clips.
That ruined me for watching a series like that because I was so into it and like, oh, what night is it? It's going to be on. I would shut down to make sure I watched it because I didn't even want to tape it. I wanted to be there and watch it. And I realized I invest too much, and it's kind of made me not get involved with other shows, even though there's plenty that are people love.
Yeah, that was
House of Cards.
Iconic. I've told the story
Yellowstone.
before. It's not that great, but when I got laid off from my previous job, I had never watched The Sopranos, and I had about 3 months before being laid off. It was January, February, March of 2008 before I got this job in St. Louis. I actually had a VCR back then. I went to the library because I was using the library's computer to apply for jobs at the time. And I go back to their VHS section, and they have all The Sopranos on VHS. And I proceeded to watch like 90 episodes over the course of the next couple months. There was one day, I think, and wasn't Sopranos about 45 minutes, 50 minutes per episode?
It was an hour.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
an hour, yeah.
So it wasn't your 30-minute.
It wasn't full hour.
So it was probably 50 to 55 minutes. I remember one day, I think I watched 13 episodes in one day.
I've done it.
And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, I need to get out of the house. I need to freaking work
depressing.
out.
Yeah.
But I would do it in sessions. Morning, okay, breakfast, 4 episodes, work out, come back, send a resume, try to get a job, 5 episodes.
Consumes you.
Do something. Oh, at night, next thing you know, it's 3 a.m., you've watched 13
Where
episodes.
were you located when this?
This was Lansing, Michigan.
I had nothing to do there anyway.
And why'd you get laid off?
Michigan
Times
State
for the station?
Oh,
Michigan State was
right.
a fun place to live.
Yeah, maybe you're right on that.
They just laid off 20 people from our station. They laid off a bunch of people from the conglomerate of stations they own. I can't remember the owner back then of the stations, but
Jimmy's struggling today. Poor Jimmy. You all right, homeboy?
I could sense this early
Wow.
on. We all have this, those days where you can't clear your
yeah.
throat. It happens to me all
Hey,
the
let
time.
me ask you something. Have you ever been in a situation where you had the hiccups? Where
No.
you had really?
No.
That's a nightmare to me.
But there are times where I've had this on television,
And you can't get it.
and you just barely say enough to
Yeah.
get to break or have the analyst pick up with you. There was a time when the Cardinals played that game in Mexico,
Yeah.
and I got sick there, and I had literally no voice, but it got worse as the game went on. But I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a few shots. So I did a couple of hits, and then like the last one was like you could barely understand it. So then we called off the jam. But we figured we're in Mexico, might as well give it a shot.
Yeah.
It's kind of
sick.
disrespectful to
I was going to say, because I hear
Yeah.
that story a lot. I went to Mexico and I got sick on the way home.
No, I mean, it had nothing to do with like drinking the water or anything
Yeah.
like that. I just got sick. It happened.
But I'm just saying,
If you do drink the
time,
water, though.
one time the Cardinals play in Mexico,
He gets sick.
You basically disrespected their
He
culture
did. He did.
How so?
by not
Yep.
really giving your all in the pregame with a strong voice.
If you do drink the water down there, you're guaranteed sick.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you're
didn't.
sick.
I drank bottled water, and I just I gave it my best shot. There are times you're not going to get it done, but
Dude, well, my hiccups are so intense to where I have nightmares about having that on the radio. It'd be funny, but they last for 40 minutes. And I'm like this. And it's like,
that can mess you up though physically, right?
oh,
Like,
my neck
you're-
hurts afterwards.
and you're probably tired.
Oh, dude, it's so embarrassing. And I'm like, what if I was on the radio? It's so loud. I had it on a plane one time. Everybody's staring at you. And I'm like, oh, God. Like, it's so loud. It hurts. They hit me hard, man. So I was just wondering if that ever happened to you. But the coughing thing, dude, where you have that little itch.
That's what I got.
You can't get it. You can't get rid of it.
But the beautiful thing is we have a talented dais
That's right.
with other members who have plenty to say, so I can duck in and out without anyone even knowing.
But here's the best part about this show. If somebody has a hiccup or a cough, we don't just ignore it. We actually create a segment based on it, which I think is great radio.
Yeah,
right.
he just called me out. I quietly went out in the hall,
I want you to be okay. I worry about you.
Thank you.
I worry about you.
I'm fine.
Let's go to break. We got Chris Pronger coming up at 9:30. He's got a lot going on, but he's giving us a little bit of time, 15 minutes. He's probably going to give us a little bit of crap, but that's okay.
He emasculated you. He emasculated
You ever have that, though, whenever you look at your phone, you're like, son of a... I go, is he mad? And then you got to kind of like... And then it kind of bugs you all damn day. And I know he's just torturing me, but it's all good. But he's an intimidating dude. It feels like Walt... I'm like, whatever. Walt. But like with Prongs, it's like, like, he just puts you in your place. That's what he does. He doesn't give a damn. It's like he did in the locker room to all the guys, man.
I'm going to tell him you were talking smack about him.
Okay.
I am going to try because that's good radio.
It is good radio.
Before we go to break, that's good radio, right?
It's 8:27 in the 7 o'clock hour.
If I can try to sort of get Pronger mad at Cam, right? That's
100%.
good radio. So don't take it personally.
No, it's all right.
All right.
I just don't think I'm annoying. That's what it is. All right, let's go to break. Anything on your end before we go, Charlie Malu?
No, we're good.
And then we got some hot takes coming up. I got notes down, baby. I got Kate got me a PS5. I'm pretty excited about it. Can't wait to. Yeah, dude. See you later, reality. Bye bye. Locking that door, turning off the lights, baby. All right, we're gonna be back. This is Hot Take Central. This is 590 Fan at 590fan.com.